always, it used to be always. I don't think anyone's still there. Sarah Roche. Sarah something.
Oh, yeah.
Warren.
Oh, Warren's still there.
Yeah, I think I saw Warren.
Yeah.
Is still there? Fine.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Salem Township Planning Commission, August 17th, 2026. We'll call the meeting to order at 7:30. If you'll please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Bennett. Here. Con. Here. Frost. Here. Huntsman.
Absent.
Lewandowski.
Here.
McLaughlin.
Here.
Marlowe.
Here. Approval of the agenda.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as submitted.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the agenda as submitted, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Public comment. Not even the cake is good. The cookies are amazing. Okay, none. Chairperson comment. Thank you for coming. Glad you're all here. New business items. Salem Springs final site plan. Nice to see you all again. It's been a while.
Good to see you too.
How do you want to handle it, Ms.?
I would like you to give us and the public an overview of, this is a little bit unusual, of what we're doing today and why.
It is. Thank you, Ms. Chairman. Thank you, Commissioners. Johnny Notes, Carla Wortman, just wanted to kind of give a brief overview of the process as it stands now. Stephen has done a review. Our applicant is here. But as you know, from the last couple decades, we've been working on Salem Springs, and the township has worked through a variety of issues through preliminary site plan approval up to what is being asked this evening, which is final site plan approval. Now, you're probably hoping you won't see this again. Well, you will, because this is an action this evening to move the plan forward with a required development agreement, a master deed and bylaws, and then additionally, Commissioners, you'll be seeing in the future a major amendment, which really isn't major, it's just the heights of the buildings, but that is an ordinance requirement. So the applicants provided an updated plan which really met, at least from a planning standpoint, the requirements that you've seen on several occasions in the past in terms of layout, densities, open space, and those issues. The sewer issue is currently being worked out and will be worked out, and that's still quite a ways away. Our engineers here this evening to talk about a couple of their issues. But overall, from our standpoint, Commissioners, we feel that it's good to move this forward for final site plan conditionally upon a development agreement, which of course our attorneys and you and the board will have to review, master deed and bylaws, and then we will have, I would expect, at least one more public hearing in the future for that change in terms of building heights by a few feet. So our last review. You've got a copy of our review. It has some conditions attached, and the most important condition, guys, would be the development agreement as part of this.
And I don't, maybe I missed it, but it's a conditional final site plan,
Yes.
correct?
That's
Because of currently with Showstack and with the potential for MI Homes to be taking over the development. So,
That's correct. You'll see, Showstack will probably be actively involved, but during this transition period, when I've had the opportunity to work with MI Homes and other communities, and they're a fine company, they've got to just do some T crossing and I dotting and a few other things. But the biggest issue, guys, and what you'll see perhaps this fall, is that development agreement and that master deed.
okay. Stephen, was there anything that you thought that the public, just because when we read this, it's unusual, it's different. There's a lot of things that are not quite ready yet, but that's okay. Because it'll be moving to MI Homes and we'll have to redo that again. But anything that you feel that is a priority that we're looking at in here from your report that needs special attention?
Not necessarily. I would say that, I mean, we're reviewing and considering approval for the layout, the Showstack layout. And that is really what we're here for. Like was mentioned previously, a major amendment will be coming forward in the future of the public hearing. And so any serious changes will be seen there.
Okay.
However, we've seen, this site plan, this layout for some time now, and this is ultimately what we will be deciding.
Okay, great. I didn't see anything either. There's just some outstanding things, just mostly procedural stuff with permitting and approvals and things like that. The only question I had was, and that will have to, might be addressed, is there were parking issues that our engineer saw in the site condos. But overall, from a planning perspective, everything is on course. The applicant has responded to the planner's report, so we saw all that. I did have some questions though in regarding, did anyone have any questions in regarding the planner's report? No, okay. You do?
Yeah, I mean.
Or the Stantec report? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. Number 10, when it talks about in addition, the fire chief has requested site plan details for the no parking thing. Is that an issue of why, I mean, I'm assuming it's because the proposed streets are narrower than what would be needed for fire trucks?
Yeah, this is essentially an update from the previous plan. So it's a condition that was rolled over from the previous review that we had conducted. And with something like this, I would assume it is under those concerns.
I mean, how short is it? Because the one-sided parking rule decreases property values, increase congestion, increase police calls from neighbors because of crowded parking, and usually you want to avoid it. So I just wondered why it was built into the plan, if maybe it, could be wider so that they wouldn't have to have that. So I mean, how narrow, how much more would they have to be widened, as far as
I don't know.
for fire?
No, I don't know if I had the fire code in that.
in order to have both sides of the street parking is what you're asking for? Is that
Yeah.
the goal?
Yeah,
I'd have to look at it, but it would be a significant impact to the layout. You're adding, at least, I would say 6 feet more width of pavement to every road. That's shrinking every lot. It'd be a major redesign. Yeah.
It still has one-sided parking though, right?
It'll
Right,
have,
but-
TJ makes a good point.
I mean, there's studies that show that.
Yeah,
it
the fire
affects a lot of things.
chief in his review has, can still provide access in cases of emergency. With the densities involved and because it's a PUD, the important part of this is making sure that that one side of the road is sited for no parking.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
When you get to layout.
Moving on to the Stantec report. Most of these I see are just approvals that need to be submitted when they come in. You see there was a traffic impact study submitted on November 4th of 2024. Do we have that?
It's in the files.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Another question I had is in the Stantec report where it says page 2 of 6, starting with number 10 at the bottom, and it's a DTE Energy. Must review and approve the final site plan for installation of utilities and work within the following areas. And then if you just, I'm not gonna read all of it, but on the next page, it starts with the applicant's engineer has stated that 1, DTE has no authority to approve this, and 2, approval for the second item was granted in email format. And so then your comment was, this needs to be clarified. So do we need DTE approval? How do we clarify it? Who does it? I don't think it's us, right?
Right, no, it'll be up to the applicant to provide that confirmation that DTE is comfortable with the improvements and their easements, notably 30 or 36-inch gas main going north-south through the site. They'll be building roads over and infrastructure, and we want confirmation that DTE is accepting of these improvements. So we're still waiting on that piece of
Okay.
information.
Okay.
We would need that before they go any further with the project for the construction.
It was just unclear as the applicant said they have no authority to do it, and you say you need it. So hopefully that can be worked out
Yeah.
as we go forward.
It could have
So,
been more clear that we disagree with that stance.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. Number 12, the planning commission may require the applicant to post a performance guarantee per section 67.07C to ensure the vehicular and pedestrian ways, utility services, open space, and recreation facilities and other amenities and infrastructure plan for phases 1 and 2 of the development plan are completed in a timely fashion. So, John, that will just come in the development plan meetings,
Yeah,
correct?
exactly. As part of the development agreement, and the
Okay.
master deed will know that that we're going to have an escrow or a bond or letter of credit to make sure those all work.
Okay. And when we talked about all this, the trees and the mitigation and all that kind of stuff, I would like to see if it's possible, we have had a situation where a small development was happening and it was just kind of rubber stamped, okay, it's all going to Washtenaw County. I think as a community and with our planners, we should look at any kind of tree mitigation. Is it possible? And I understand why Washtenaw County wants to do that, because they want to keep track of stuff and make sure it's done and completed and all that kind of stuff. But I think we should at least look at it to see if it's possible to, can we do it right here in Salem? Is it reasonable? Is it feasible? I think we should at least take a look at it. That's just fine.
A lot of communities will do something similar, that either cost of those trees will be put into a beautification fund, or they will be planted on public property within the municipality itself.
Okay.
And that's, I think that's a fine thing.
So a couple months ago, that wasn't even an option, it was just bam, done, we didn't hear about it, and developer had, paid some money, and he would have liked to have, if he would have known it was an option, so that was pre-you guys, so. Does anybody have any questions up through that, anything so far? We're good? Okay. Page 4 of 6, I would like just a little bit of clarification or reminder on number 16 regarding the several lots don't have the 25-foot buffer to the wetland. And I know that we decreased that amount from 50 and cut it in half to 25. I do remember that based on our planner's recommendation. So there we are, and now it says, per the applicant's engineer, it was agreed with the township planner to instead provide a fence at the 25-foot buffer setback, which shall be addressed in the development agreement regarding the specific details, size, material. It applies to the following lots. And if you look at the map, there's these little squiggly red lines about all that identifies all those lots. I think they're mostly yellow, if not all of them, in there. Can you just, John, or Stephen, just clarify what we're doing with that? Just so it's not just coming from, no offense, the applicant's engineer.
Yes, and so the wetlands comes a little bit into the rear yard property, not the building envelope. I want to make sure that that's clear first of all. So we can put just a rail fencing just in the rear yard to kind of section off from that wetland to make sure that it's not going to be essentially building into the wetland. It's a lot more doable and easier to manage instead of, changing the entire landscape of what could be that section of the land.
I think I remember
Yeah, those
this.
setbacks, the idea, and this guy, but the idea is to keep that area natural. So it's outside the building envelope, signage and split rail or type of fencing further back will allow for that to stay natural and any drainage back there and no development will occur. And again, that would be something in the development agreement, laying out specific lots.
That's there before construction and after construction.
Yes.
I'm sure nobody starts building sheds and pushing them out, filling them in, stuff like that, so.
Just for bridge, why wouldn't we just push the road away and shift everything in?
Because it's already here.
Yeah,
That road's cut in?
well, that's easy, but it's the lots themselves, and there's just a few areas, a cul-de-sac and another smaller area, that the lots, you wouldn't have the ability to pull those back. And so what we were most concerned about, as Stephen said, was that the development, the building envelope was still there, but that 25-foot setback creeps into the rear yard, and we wanted to make sure that was protected.
We're talking mostly right here?
Yes, sir.
So we couldn't just pull this road out this way and come 100 feet length, and we're
Yeah.
talking that, right?
I think that's wetland to the north of that.
Yeah, and it's both sides of the road.
It is both sides?
It's both sides of the road.
So we can't push it because that gets close together?
Right.
Okay, well, there's not wetlands marked, or at least delineated on this that I can see. So that-
Well, it's tough to see.
Stormwater management area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just for the heck of it, do we know kind of the quality of those wetlands? Are they just, wetlands kind of come and they go. Some of them are man-made and some of them evolve. It's not like,
Hydric soils, which are iffy, but wetlands, wetland, it's important. So I don't know the quality of those.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna vary throughout the site, I couldn't tell you.
Okay,
It's
that's all right.
A lot of times just look at those reports.
that's fine. I think I remember discussing this at one point, so.
There's ponds or something back there.
Well, some people just get smaller backyards. Okay. And then just a comment on the following page, page 5 of 6. Number 23, recommend the condominium association be the first line of responsibility for maintaining all storm sewers and detention basins. That way there will be local interest in maintenance, some maintenance. So, yeah, skin in the game. 26, no earth change activity may take place until the plans are approved. A Washtenaw County soil erosion control permit issued, and a soil erosion pre-construction meeting held. You guys can all read that yourselves. Is there anything, Eric, that you feel that we missed or needs to be brought up?
I think the only thing that we haven't discussed yet is that there is no, the Washtenaw County Road Commission has not approved these plans yet, and MDOT's not approved these plans yet. So
Okay.
any approvals tonight should be conditioned on them getting those approvals.
Okay, we've got that in there. That's good. Yeah, and I think that, this has been, we've been waiting for so long for sewer and water. I mean, so to have all these things done in advance before we even got to that point would have been premature. So, and it's still going to take some time, but at least we're moving. Okay. All right, I do not have any additional questions. Does anyone else?
On written or anything?
On the final site, conditional final site plan. I try to remember.
You mentioned recreational areas. Could you point out some ones?
I don't have the plan in front of me, but I know that there's a variety of trail systems in there and some smaller pocket parks there. I apologize.
I just can't, even the next years here.
I wonder if the applicant could talk about that, but they do have,
It's got a light.
there's a significant amount of open space with trails and some other smaller pocket park areas.
Like, a pocket park has like swings and teeter-totters and.
I think that would be up to the HOA to allow for those.
Really? I mean, I'll just say this, if we're calling these family homes, we're talking 550, one home per kid. You have an entire elementary school. You guys could fill an entire elementary school like that there. And I'd be very interested in just getting the answer to the question, where do you think the kids are going to play?
I'd be very interested to hear the applicant come in.
You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
and they're just trying to pass that on. We don't want to, we want to be very careful. We don't want to design their plan.
No, I
right?
understand. I understand. Then I could say maybe something we say, let's see something.
Right, and then new people are coming in, right, because they're pushing,
We
yeah.
can push it to the future.
Yeah.
A question's a question.
Sure, no, it's good to bring
So,
up.
I mean,
Well, the question's a good question, and it's a question that comes up in the future as there's going to be another public hearing.
Yeah.
And that public hearing is going to open this up for not only planning commission, but also the board. Now, I don't think we're going to see any major redesign of this. We're down too far down that path, but these kind of questions will be open for discussion in the future.
I mean, soccer's what, 11 on 11? That's the numbers. So it's
11, yeah.
22 plus a couple on the bench, you're at 1/10 of the population, maybe even players for one soccer field. That's just, kids, if they're bored, they're gonna find something to do. Give them someplace to play, please, guys, please throw it in there. Okay.
Anyone
So
else? Or-
Okay, I see the orange lines, those are the network of trails.
I see 3 pocket parks and some trails as well.
Stuff that are pockets that are hidden
that's usually where the older kids go and do stuff that you'd rather them not do. Stuff that's open and getting seen from many different directions, that's where kids go, and parents say, go have fun, see you before dinner. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Anyone else? All right. Should we make a motion?
We can.
Ready?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Did you want to do it? Do you want TJ to do it? Anybody? Okay.
Make a motion to approve final site plan for Salem Springs Planned Unit Development, site condominium project based on findings identified in Kyle Wortman Associate Review dated August 6, 2026, subject to the following conditions. The PUD development agreement and master deed shall be completed and submitted for township review and approval. Obtain all required township wetland approvals and demonstrate consistency between the approval plans and applicant Eagle wetland permits, subject to review by a township engineer. Obtain Washtenaw County Water Resource Commissioner approvals of stormwater systems. Obtain all required approvals from Washtenaw County Road Commission and Michigan Department of Transportation. Obtain Township Fire Chief approval addressing compliance with signage requirements. Any future amendments must be reviewed by the Planning Commission per section 50-106. Major amendments are subject to approval process in section 50102A.
Good job. Do we have a second? Can we get a roll call vote, please?
Bennett?
Yes.
John? Yes. Frost, yes. Lewandowski?
Yes.
Blackland?
Yes.
And Marlowe.
Yes. Okay. Okay, old business items, none. Report of commissioners and correspondence. Board of Trustee.
We voted on to get a financial consultant to work on the special assessment district.
Oh.
USD, to get that straightened out
Okay.
before the development happens.
Land preservation and conservation.
Yes, good news there, we actually meet tomorrow night, but we have had movement on some property that we've been trying to get under contract for preservation. And it looks like we might get something in the owner's hands sometime next month.
Can you tell us where it is, or is it secret?
It's not a secret, it's bottom property.
Oh, okay. Very good. Okay. Planning consultant?
Just at the Planning Michigan Conference, is at Kalamazoo this year. It's at the end of September, if anyone's interested in attending.
Also, commissioners, that's a great conference. You can actually come out of there as a citizen planner through 2 or 3 days of training. And then summer is historically slower for commissions because we're busy doing summer. but you've had a relatively busy summer with two to three pretty big projects. Stephen, I don't know, as we enter fall, we've got a few things coming up, but that may give us some time to revisit some of the things that are kind of hanging out there, plan to plan, some other ordinances, but.
Master plan.
Yeah, master plan, plan to plan issue, data center ordinance, those kind of things.
Yeah.
But you've had a busy summer for a commission, busier than most.
Stuff to take care of. Okay, thank you. Approval of the minutes for July 20th, 2026.
I approve them.
Would you like to make a motion to back that up?
I make a motion to approve the July 26, 8 minutes as submitted.
Okay. All those in favor of approving the minutes for July 20th, 2026, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? None. Public comment? Okay. Chairperson comment. Just one. Brian and myself and a few others and Gary went to the battery storage place out in Coldwater. I don't know, was it probably about 3 weeks ago, something like that. And it was nice looking, it was secure, it was, they couldn't say enough about it as far as being there. It wasn't loud, it wasn't ugly, nobody had any issues with it. The fire chief was gonna be connected with their fire chief to, kind of maybe touch base and see if there's any little additions or suggestions. But it was a nice trip. It was cool to see it, and I didn't have any concerns with it really. So, but we all went out there, so that's cool. Adjourned. We are adjourned at 8:02. Thank you.
Yeah.